Hi, I'm Ryan Grove, and I love to produce two things: cool products and great music. Over the last 4 years, I've spent most of my time pursuing both of those passions. This is why I've decided to create a product that solves a problem in the music production industry. Before we get started, let's take a look at what we'll be covering today. First, we're going to quickly review the history of audio recording. Then, I'll get into my research on how and why I chose this problem. Next, we'll be discussing who I am designing this for and the market. After that, I'll talk about my design, then wrap up with the product. First, let's take a look at how music production came to be what it is today. This goes back all the way to the late 1800s when Edison invented the phonograph and recorded the first sample of audio in his home. Then came the World Wars, when technology started to advance rapidly. Radio communication was used heavily, and during the bleakness of the war, music became increasingly popular. Radio stations started advertising, providing them with larger budgets, which got channeled into music production. This led to the commercialization of music. Big record labels held a monopoly on the industry, seeking out potential music stars to grow their success. Along the way, with advancements such as multi-track mixing, artists began to realize that they can produce their own music. The role of the producer started to shift from an eye for technical hardware to a part of the creative process. Ever since then, new technologies such as compact equipment, plug-in software, and DAWs, or digital audio workstations, have arrived that allow artists to move further and further away from the recording studio. Nowadays, since the early 2000s, the industry has experienced a skyrocket in the increase of independent artists. Alongside these hardware and software advancements, those who love to create music are now able to do so from their own home, just like when Edison first recorded audio. Now, I'm not the only one who has decided to ride this wave of at-home production. In 2019, the independent artist sector stated that independent artists, which are music creators that are separate from a label, generated $1.61 billion that year, and in 2020, it jumped 32% to over $2.1 billion. Additionally, the music industry revenue growth increased by 18.3% in 2021, which is the largest revenue jump in the last 22 years. Independent artists are the ones carrying the industry, and they don't seem to be relenting. Over 9.5 million tracks were released by independent music artists around the world in 2020, 8 times more than the 1.1 million tracks released by major labels. A Forbes business article stated that 83% of independent artists value having full creative control over their production process, which includes the music and audio recording, as well as the mixing and mastering of the final product. Finally, because of a certain quick event, at-home working has become more popular than ever. In a 2022 career survey of 4,000 employees, it was found that 65% prefer 100% remote work, and 32% prefer some sort of hybrid schedule. Out of this 4,000, 57% said they would look for a new job if remote work was not available. So from these statistics, I gained 3 main insights. Independent artists are a growing market that shows no sign of stopping. Increase in at-home working supports the need for more at-home solutions, and it is important to design a solution that supports a one-man band. Now, to further my research and narrow down on a specific problem to solve, I conducted some interviews with people who have a variety of experience in the music industry. First, I interviewed a family friend named Kirk Batula. He's a professional at-home producer and has won several nationwide and global music contests for his projects. Next, I got to interview Ryan Van Bibber, a professor of music production at Columbus State Community College and a man who has won a Time Magazine Music Teacher of the Year. After that, Dan Robinson, who is a sales engineer at Sweetwater Musical Instrument Company, and also a Cedarville alum, gave me some valuable insights. Finally, I had the privilege to interview our very own Ian Hugel, who is a professional independent artist with over 10 million streams. After those interviews, I had tons of great insights that gave me several different design directions. However, one thing was consistently mentioned between all of them. At-home acoustics suck, and vocal recording lacks severely in comparison to a professional recording studio. From there, I looked up how this problem was already being solved, and I found two main categories of solution. The first is the half-hearted solutions. These products are cheap, substandard, flimsy, and just don't look that great. The second are the overrated solutions. While providing good soundproofing, they do not cover all the needs of a vocal recording experience. They are very expensive, and even then, they lack an appealing appearance. After weeks of studying the stats, the interview insights, and the current solutions, I came up with my project's problem statement. With the increase of independent artists and at-home workers, a need for studio-quality vocals presents a gap in the market to design an affordable and sufficient solution that fits into the home. Now that I knew my problem, I created some design guidelines to keep my project consistent. First, affordability, a balance of the lowest cost with quality materials. Second, adaptability, something that incorporates every aspect of the production process. And third, aesthetic, something that fits into the look of the modern-day home. Now let's take a look at who this product is for. The first consumer is the professional. The professional comes with all the equipment and a music production setup at home. They value the quality of their gear since this is their living, so they require a solution to use their tools with a product that generates clear audio in an efficient way. Some design drivers that they find valuable in the design would be a seamless, sturdy, and sufficient project. The second consumer is the creative. The creative makes a variety of content within their home, including audio, video, and picture. It is crucial that everything they share is synchronized to their personal brand. Not only is studio-level audio required, they also need something that looks good in their home. Design drivers for her include stylized, dependable, and uplifting. With these two people in mind, I created a mood board to guide my design stylization. So without further ado, I would like to present Quell, your personal audio recording environment. Let me take you through the branding and why I chose this name and logo. Quell is a verb, and it means to subdue or suppress, something that a recording environment definitely needs to accomplish. For my logo, I took inspiration from two things: an analog knob, something found many times across all sorts of musical equipment, and also an audio wave, the visual shape of sound. In this design, I had to incorporate certain constants that were necessary in an enclosed space. This product has to be soundproof, easily constructed by one or two people, have sufficient lighting, air ventilation, and electrical connections. For soundproofing, Quell is made with the best materials. The walls are constructed out of 3/4 MDF, rock wool, safe and sound insulation, and wool canvas. On the interior of the booth, Sonos sound panels add an extra layer of soundproofing. For construction, it was important that this product could be set up by one or two people since I am targeting independent artists. After some ideation and inspiration for IKEA joinery, I decided to use steel dowel rods between every surface connection, as well as joint slide connections for the bifold door. For the lighting, I went with simple LED light bars that give off a nice ambiance while the user is recording. These are controlled by a handheld remote. I thought about using the phone, but found that a remote was actually easier for the actual use. When it comes to ventilation, I used a company called AC Infinity. This specific brand offers a quiet fan that stays below 20 decibels, which is lower than the human ear can hear. These fans are also specifically constructed so that the space stays enclosed. For the electrical, I thought about the independent artist and what they would need in the process of recording vocals and the best way to do so. After a lot of wiring diagrams, I believe I settled on the right solution. This product supports two ways of use. Either you can use your own cords and wire them through from the outside cable plate to the inside, or you can plug your equipment in on the outside, which directly routes to the matching ports on the inside of the booth. This supports XLR, which is a common microphone connection, TRS for connecting your headphones, and a power strip that includes two USBs and outlets to connect a mouse, keyboard, and monitor, while still having room for something like a phone charger. These electrical connections make it possible to hook up all the necessary equipment from your computer and musical interface to the inside of the vocal booth. With all these features in mind, I created a competitive set to show what the other products in the high-end market offer compared to Quell. And as you can see, Quell delivers. Now, one of the most important aspects of this product is the affordability part. I priced out all of the materials and added in the manufacturing cost of labor. This puts Quell's manufacturing costs at $2,193.47. This means that I can sell the product at a market price of $4,500. Now, you may say, hey, that is still quite a bit of money. However, compared to other products in the high-end at-home vocal recording industry, or as I like to call them, the overrated options, Quell sits comfortably at the lowest price point within that market, while providing a product that is significantly more rich in features and functionality. Not only is the product priced well, but it also comes with plenty of customizable options. You can add attachment points to the outer wall to show off your cool equipment or even bring some life into the production process. Additionally, there are many custom colorways that the consumer can choose to make their Quell environment suitable to boost their productivity. Here are 5 colorways that I created. First is the light package. Here we have a white exterior canvas, black sound panels, and a dark hardwood flooring. Next, the dark package. Here we have a black exterior with a black interior and white sound panels, as well as white stone flooring. Next, we have the ocean package, a blue exterior with marble flooring and white sound panels. Next is the earth, a sage green exterior with a sandalwood flooring and sandalwood sound panels. And finally, the space package, dark charcoal gray exterior, purple sound panels, and black marble flooring. With these 5 options and thousands of other combinations available, the customer can create their own unique vocal environment. Now to wrap up, let's see if I accomplished what I set out to. As a reminder, my guidelines were affordability, adaptability, and aesthetic. So for affordability, while offering a more suitable experience for independent artists, this product is the most affordable in the high-end market. For adaptability, this product has the user in mind, accommodating for owned equipment and the efficiency of the production process. Finally, for aesthetic, with a simple and clean design, this product is sure to be an eye-catching part of the home. And with that concludes the design process of Quell, your personal vocal recording environment. Thank you.